never looked engaged, which is surprising considering how close the game ended up being.
Now here's Mathurin. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Charlotte. Back to Toppin. And a slam dunk by Toppin.
Getting elevated is something Toppin has no problem with. Give him airspace at your own peril.
Toppin with a steal. Nesmith with it. And Wells picks him up defensively. Nesmith passes to Halliburton. There's a screen by Toppin. From the top of the key, Halliburton, good.
All Halliburton needs is a little dancing room. Once the screen provides that, he's ready to roll.
To the inside, back to MP. Indiana with a rebound. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Hornets.
Defensively, they weren't up to the task. Didn't play as a cohesive unit, and it really hurt them.
And, you know, that's all about effort, and I'm sure their coach let them have it for the lack thereof.
Shots good by Mathurin.
Well, I think this is the start they want. Come out and put some points up early. 3 or 4 so far.
Jackson finds MP. Oh, and the dunk by MP.
Excellent play by MP at the rack. You got to take that risk every now and then.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Earlier I spoke with Rick Carlisle. We talked about the game plan he has in place for Ja Morant. Coach was forthcoming, saying it's no secret you need to turn him into a shooter. If he gets a step at the rim, you already lost that battle. He can drain a few from outside, but we are willing to live with that. Appreciate the honest answer. Back to you guys.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Now here's MP. 14 points for him last game against Dallas.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
1:52 left in the first quarter here. Toppin outside. Three-pointer, Halliburton. And it's MP with a rebound. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. And few players are more valuable to their teams than Tyrese Halliburton, Graham.
Yeah, he leads the way for them, B.A. An efficient scorer, elite playmaking, and disruptive defensively. And, of course, he makes clutch plays at both ends.
And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. So Indiana ends up going with a new group. Aldama's checked in for Memphis. Jerome comes in for Wells. We've got 1:23 left to play in the first. Pass to Nembhard. Going inside. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Well, when you defend the Nembhard pick and roll, you're kind of expecting him to make the pass. That was a pretty clever move by him to keep it himself.
Now here's MP. He's been an important part of this offense, averaging around 22 points a game. Back to Aldama. The three. Indiana with a rebound. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Grizzlies. That one was in Memphis.
On the road, they got owned defensively. They just couldn't match the activity level of their opponent.
And you know what, guys? It just seemed like they never really had the kind of energy necessary. They just weren't comfortable on the defensive end.
And here's Indiana now. After the basket by Memphis on the other end. The shot by Nembhard, no good.
More often than not, he'll cash it in from that area. The defense might have done just enough to bother him.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's MP, and there's the rejection. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by MP. Checked in for Huff. Morant finds MP. Picked by Aldama to the middle. Outside for Morant. MP, the pass to Aldama. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. 5 to shoot. Walker with a steal. Pascal Siakam out there with Jarris Walker. Then there's Andrew Nembhard. Then there's T.J. McConnell. And it's Halliburton in at the 2. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Morant, the pass to MP. Inside. Oh, MP with the hammer.
Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Puts up a deep 3. Siakam, no good.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup. Now just a three-point Pacer lead.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Halliburton outside. Back to McConnell. Halliburton outside. The shot from 20 feet out. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Down low. Pass to Nembhard. From deep. The rebound by MP. Grizzlies trail by 3. Wells, the pass to Aldama. Walker against MP to the paint. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. He's got 9.
They're playing great team basketball. It's good movement and sharp, crisp passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Mavericks was tremendous. He had 14 points, and he really stuffed that stat sheet for them, ending up with a triple-double. He had his fingerprints all over that game, affecting the outcome in a number of ways, guys.
Great report there, Allie. Well, that was an incredible night for him. They rode him to that win.
And he was more than happy to carry them, B.A. He might still be feeding off that performance heading into this one.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this. Feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
They're really working the paint now.
Pacers trail by 3. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Halliburton outside. To stop the drought. Halliburton nails the 3.
Halliburton, a really good knockdown shooter, which adds great value to this offense.
Morant, pass to MP. And MP throws it down.
Precision pass into the post. Well-earned assist.
Walker for 3. What a play! He drains it at the buzzer!
What an ending to the first half. A buzzer-beating 3 to take the lead.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's the Pacers up by 1. And join us right back here after the break for
the Western Conference, MP.
Way to go, MP. You're playing awesome ball. I like to see greatness recognized.
Yeah, what's mind-blowing about him, the consistency. Now let's break down the first half of our game. The Grizzlies are locked in a tight one.
They're letting that team fire.
Glad you could join us.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
Pretty much the entire first half, he was dominating down low, piling up a ton of dunks.
Guys, he's been in beast mode down low, asserting his will. The defense has been helpless, unable to slow him down.
On the court for Memphis, they've got Ja Morant. MP is out there with Jaren Jackson. Then there's Jalen Wells.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
Everyone has their opinion on the game, and some fans believe too many threes are being taken.
Well, teams are going to do what wins games. As far as the aesthetics of the game, does the league office want to make an adjustment? We'll just have to wait and see.
MP. And MP throws it down.
MP with the hustle and finish, doing work on the boards.
Indiana's gone 6 for 12 from deep so far in this game. Pass to Siakam. And it's MP with a rebound. MP's got 6 rebounds in the game.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Here's Toppin. The rebound by Jackson. Memphis trailing here. Morant looking for an opening. Jackson, the screen to the inside. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. MP's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Haliburton, the pass to Toppin. A nice passing by Indiana here. A deep three from way out there. Tyrese Haliburton.
In today's game, you can never afford to get beat in the three-point battle.
You know, the only way that's going to turn around defensively is by stopping the outside shot, not getting into a shootout. They're not going to out-shoot out this team.
He's just an aggressive finisher there inside.
Hey, when you got bounce like that, you feel like you can take on anybody.
Fellas, that's exactly why they look to get him the ball around the rim. I mean, it's either a dunk or free throws every time.
The Grizzlies have gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third. Stolen by Siakam. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thank you. Well, the Pacers are moving as one. Coach Rick Carlisle said the thing I love about this team is that we're a true team. We're a group that needs each other. We work at communication. We're collaborative. We make sure our guys have a voice, and we're all in it together. Guys, back to you.
They win by committee. Thank you very much for the report, Allie. Nembhard, he's checked in for Indiana. And Memphis also making a switch. Jerome's checked in for Ja Morant. 2 on the clock. Nembhard for 3. The Pacers again can't hit.
And lockdown defense against one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
One thing about Andrew Nembhard, you appreciate the passion he plays with, Clark.
Yeah, I love his toughness. I mean, he just is unflappable. He's persistent at the defensive end, plays at his own pace, unafraid of the big moments, makes big plays and shots. I mean, you can see and feel his fire, even though he's not overly demonstrative in how he does what he does.
And MP throws it down.
Excellent roll by MP after setting the screen. Got in and out of it quick. That's how you run the pick and roll.
Toppin outside. Lets it go from deep. Grizzlies with the rebound. Wells with it. He's picked up by Nembhard. MP outside. Down low. Kicks it out to Jackson. On target from range. And it's a 4-point Grizzly lead.
You have to account for Jackson Jr. in the corner. I mean, he's an excellent three-point shooter.
Kicks it out to Siakam. Down it goes. And a great assist by Haliburton. Siakam's got his 3rd basket on the night right there. There's 42 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Jackson with a screen on Siakam. Inside. Jackson gets the bucket. And that's 11 points for Jaren Jackson.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Pass to Haliburton from behind the arc. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Wells, the pass to MP. Jackson for 3. Here's MP. He's off from 3. Tyrese Haliburton getting it done for Indiana. He dropped 3 threes in that quarter. They haven't found an answer. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight.
It's the 4th quarter, everyone, which means I need to hear you right now.
Making a switch here. Haliburton is checked in. Then for Memphis, MP comes in for Edey. And it's Conchar in for Aldama. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Rick Carlisle as he talked with the team, and he was adamant that they need to tighten up their D. That lack of communication at that end has led to breakdowns. Wide open shot.
Oh, an impossible move! Ja Morant!
Oh, putting on a show for the fans. Morant's skills making it look like a circus in here.
How about that elevated look on the AT&T Connected Cam? Haliburton outside. Yes, and it's McConnell with the assist that time. McConnell's got his third assist of the night.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
Haliburton against Morant. Now here's Haliburton. Tight defense on him. Ooh, 2 physical points for Haliburton.
He's flipped the script here in this half, shooting a much higher percentage from the field.
And we will have a timeout called by Tomas Isalo. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. And some changes here for the Pacers. Toppin, he's checked in for Huff. Matherin comes in for Nembhard. And it's Nesmith in for McConnell.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't have it.
Haliburton against Morant. Now Toppin. Shot clock at 6. Releases. Rebounded by MP.
Relatively open from mid-range. You'd like to see that one go down.
And timeout is called by Tomas Isalo. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Pacers.
That was just a bad pass. There's no other way to describe it. It happens, but that was bad.
And Haliburton has got the ball here for Indiana. Takes a 3. Can't get it to go.
Really hard to stay competitive when you're taking low percentage shots.
Toppin with a steal. Here's MP.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Jackson outside. Now MP. MP getting it down inside.
Boy, MP is just filleting this defense. I mean, they've got no answers for him right now.
Haliburton. Rebounded by MP.
Aggressive mindset, but the defender just as determined to send him away empty-handed.
It's stolen by Haliburton. Up top, Siakam. He takes it in. Haliburton outside. Buries it from outside.
Haliburton lives for these moments. Pivotal point in the game. He's a guy you can count on.
Jackson flushes it down with both hands.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
59 seconds left in the final quarter. Oh, no good on the dunk. Haliburton outside. And he nails it.
What a big-time play by Tyrese Haliburton. Simply putting his team on his back.
Oh, he jammed it.
Coming through in the clutch. MP with the big-time basket.
And we'll have a timeout here called by Rick Carlisle. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. Haliburton fires. It's good. What a day.
Haliburton, one of those young guys that you want with the rock in his hand at crunch time. He always seems to deliver.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And so it's Memphis with it. 4-point game. It's off.
Oh, the rebounding. Part of his triple-double. He's been nothing short of spectacular.
Yeah, he's got his hands all over this game, impacting it in just about every category. They want the ball in his hand when the situation calls for it.
There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. And so they foul intentionally.
Pascal Siakam. First personal foul.
First free throw is good. And that'll put him up 2.
Shooting to Memphis.
And he hits both free throws here. And it's a 3-point game.
question is, now can they protect the three-point lead he's given them?
And it's Rick Carlisle calling timeout here. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. Let's hear from our analyst. Give us your take on the strategy being discussed right now.
If they leave the arc open, take it. But it may be safer to get a quick two and then foul. Either way, they got to score the ball.
And they're going to prolong the game with an intentional foul.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
Sure, it's not over. Clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it. And that makes it a two-possession game now. Those could turn out to be vital free throws.
Oh, the shot is off. And they go to the intentional foul.
Obi Toppin. First personal foul. Fourth team foul.
Oh, he doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And he ends up making the second. And that increases the lead to 6. Siakam fires. Oh, he can't hit a tough three.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see.
Every defense needs a fear factor.
Thank you for your attendance and support tonight, fans. Get home safe and see you.
I don't think it's over to you, BA.
And that'll wrap it up, folks.
See you out there doing work.
Let's go!
Just like that. Let's go.
Hey, that's a good look, man.
We good.
Right here.
We'll show you.
Don't worry, keep taking that.
Let's get started.
That's all right, man.
That's the way. Flush it down.
You're about to be ready.
Oh, you done? You done?
Looks like this video series might be working.
Game time. Pain time.
Come to the game, and all fans in attendance will receive a Timberwolves Dance Team poster. Timberwolves fans, our personal Timberwolves team poster giveaway is almost here. Come to the game, and the first 10,000 fans in attendance will receive a Timberwolves team poster. And don't forget about our bobblehead giveaway day. Come to the game, bring the family, and get a
And stand talking about this matchup for a second. When it comes to moving the ball, these two teams have to be considered two of the very best at it.
Couldn't agree more, Kevin. Both of these groups, very selfless. Got to give a lot of credit to these coaching staffs for getting their guys to buy in on a team-first mentality. That makes for some tremendous team chemistry. And by the way, it wins a lot of games, too.
One thing to keep in mind is a storyline tonight. MP, as you may know, wants to win Defensive Player of the Year. And to do that, you've got to show up every single night in this league.
No doubt. MP gave himself a lofty goal, and I can applaud that. But the downside is that he hasn't played up to his own expectations. To even get into the Defensive Player of the Year conversation, MP will need to really step up.
Now look at Memphis' starting group. Morant and Caldwell Pope are their guards. MP out there with Jackson.
A great sign for MP in his career, the ability to convert in traffic.
Pass to McDaniels. Randall outside. 5 on the clock. And here's Reed, covered by MP. And Reed throws it down.
He's showing off his power. Reed gave the dunk everything he had.
And good depth for the Timberwolves. It can be challenging sometimes, Stan, choosing who plays and who sits.
Well, Kevin, that's the kind of problem you want as a coach. But they've traded away a lot of draft capital to assemble this roster. Now it's about paying them to keep them together.
And here is MP. After Anthony Edwards made that last three-pointer.
Yeah, he was making sure of that one. Jackson with the strong finish.
Oh, here's Edwards. This game, 26 points. Here's DiVincenzo. Baseline jumper. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. The Grizzlies are gone 2 or 3 here to start off the game. Sinks the three-pointer.
Well, normally Morant is scoring off the dribble. Good to see him being effective off the ball.
Back to DiVincenzo. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And here's Edwards from the arc. And it's MP with the rebound. And for the Grizzlies, they come in off a good outing against Indiana.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure, and that one didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
And you could sense the difference in energy. They were keyed up, jumping on mistakes. They just outworked them.
Now here's Randall, following the miss by MP. And the rejection by MP. And now Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Pacers was simply terrific. He tallied 21 points, and he registered a triple-double, showing off all of his skills. He was locked in all night long. We'll see if that focus carries over into this game. Guys?
Hey, Allie, thanks for the great report. Greg, it was obvious he was having a lot of fun out there. Tremendous victory.
I'll tell you, he may have been enjoying himself, but whoever was matched up against him certainly wasn't.
Yeah, well, winning is usually fun, especially when you have it going like he did.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out.
All right.
A new lineup here for the Timberwolves. Santi Aldama's checked in for the Grizzlies. Jerome comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. What a unique skill set Jaren Jackson Jr. coach brings to the floor.
No question, Kevin. He's a two-way player, a defensive player of the year who also has proven he can be a primary scorer, and he can score it from the three-point line, or he can put it on the floor and go to the basket. Plus, he's got a post game. This is one of the most versatile players in the league.
Here's Dillingham, and it's off from three-point range. Jerome in the corner. Back to MP. And the dunk by MP.
Yeah, and let me tell you guys, I've seen a lot of great players come up in this league. MP is as focused on winning as they come.
Pass to Shannon. Latrey. It's rebounded by Memphis. Last time they met was in Memphis.
In the NBA, you've got to keep pace. It's a fast track out there, and I thought their lack of hustle defensively was the story of the game.
Yeah, poor communication at the defensive end. Many of the rotations were late.
Mr. Gobert. Here's Shannon. Guarded by Morant. Here's Shannon. Gobert with a wide-open look. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. Tie game in Minnesota. Timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. So Coach Van Gundy, after 4 Defensive Player of the Year awards, his last coming in 2024, do you think Rudy Gobert has a chance at another?
Well, look, Kevin, I think...
Are you kidding me? What a play by MP.
Oh, man, MP to be young again.
And a good-looking view of that throwdown from the AT&T Connected Cam. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Morant and Caldwell Pope are their guards. Brandon Clark is out there with MP. Morant kicks to MP. Clark the pass to MP. And the dunk by MP.
Well, young guys rarely hesitate to throw it down when they can. MP is no exception.
Outside Edwards to stop the run. A beautiful finish inside by Ant.
Look, he's the kind of player that has you awake at 3 a.m. asking yourself, how do I stop that?
Here's Randle. Plays it up and picks it in. 6 points for Julius Randle. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
And, guys, they've also done a great job generating offense from their defense, forcing turnovers and making the defense pay for those mistakes.
Gobert, he's checked in for Minnesota. McDaniels comes in for Joe Ingles. The Grizzlies also making a change. Jackson, he's checked in for Brandon Clark.
Well, Morant knows his teammates rely on him to find them. Terrific pass right there.
Gobert with a screen on Caldwell Pope. Edwards shooting fearlessly from the arc.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Gobert with the block.
Stellar defense. Gobert will have him thinking twice about bringing it inside again.
Jackson dishes to Caldwell Pope. MP kicks to Jackson. Memphis moving it around. Fouled on the shot, picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Edwards finds DiVincenzo. Outside, Reed. Now DiVincenzo. Scoreless thus far.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Well, when you watch MP, you can see the burst he has on the floor. Very explosive young player.
He hits both from the stripe.
And he didn't go to the line once in the first half. But now he's figuring out how to draw contact and get himself to the line.
Edwards with it. 12 points for him. Reed with a screen on Caldwell Pope. Lets the three fly. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Memphis up in front. They're up by 3. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
Hello. And the Eastern Conference winner, Cade Cunningham.
This is why Cade was selected #1 overall in 2021.
So let's move on now to this Grizzlies game, which has turned out to be a tight one.
I usually only see Shaq drool when it comes to football.
And that's all for us.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, and I don't know if anybody saw this offense coming from him, but it's been key for his team.
Yeah, they've been calling his number a lot, and he's been rewarding their trust.
Top of the forward, it'll be McDaniels and Randall. Guard and off guard, filled by DiVincenzo and Edwards. And it's Reed in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Kevin. Anthony Edwards is truly a superstar on the rise. He said, quote, "People forget how young I am. I'm not even touching my prime yet. I'm just trying to get more efficient as every year goes by." Guys, back to you.
Yep, a star on the rise. Allie LaForce with the report. Hey, Allie, thanks. And Greg, you were a point guard. How has that position evolved over the years?
Well, if you think of how much more of the court that has to be covered and the style, you have to score more now to play the position. I think shooting becomes incredibly important. And then defensively, with all the switching, you got to be able to hold up against size and play all over the floor.
Flashing his athleticism on the drive. I like when McDaniels takes initiative on offense.
So with a break in the action, let's now view the NBA assist leaders. MP third.
His passing has been so terrific. You can see his unselfishness really rubbing off on the rest of the team.
To the paint. Oh, that's a monster jam by MP.
What an incredible game so far for MP. He's showing no signs of slowing down.
After DiVincenzo. Back to Edwards. Outside, Reed. 5 to shoot. A 3 for DiVincenzo. Hits the three-point bomb. DiVincenzo's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Stan Nasreed is a much-beloved player with the Timberwolves, the 2024 Sixth Man of the Year award winner.
Yeah, he is, Kevin. I'm not sure the fans in Minnesota love anyone more than they love Nasreed, not even Anthony Edwards. They appreciate his consistency, the effort he brings every night, the energy, and yeah, the charisma on top of all the skill. Just one of many things Reed contributes on the floor. His ability to save plays by just being in the right place.
Down low. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
So they take the lead. McDaniels got 5 points now in the quarter.
Look, when McDaniels can hit the 3, that really helps their spacing. MP against Reed. There's Jackson with the 3. Good, and the assist goes to MP. Jackson's got 7 points. A strong three-point shooter. Jackson Jr. responds. Pass to McDaniels. Jackson against Randall. Reed the pass to Edwards. Move inside by Edwards. Well, it might not be fair, but most nights we expect Edwards to put up big scoring numbers. That's what you ask of your stars. Here's Morant. Minnesota with the rebound. McDaniels got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Randall. Now here's Reed. McDaniels outside. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. For Memphis, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. MP, no good. For Minnesota, they've gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. DiVincenzo passes to Reed. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Well, guarding Reed is hard. This guy is... Got a timeout called from Chris Finch. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. Coach wasn't very animated in this tight game, but asked this of his team: how bad do you want it? Right now, this is all about who wants it more. So go out there and take it, guys.
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. You've got Santi Aldama, Ty Jerome out there with John Morant. Then it's MP, and it's Clark in at the 4 spot. Outside Edwards. Here's Randall, and what? That one goes careening off the glass.
Sharp defensive instincts from Embiid, showing off his IQ as a defender.
Second minute off the clock now in the 4th. Now MP, big time jam. He was ready to receive and deliver.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Edwards fires, and the ball goes out of bounds. Touched by MP. And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He has decided it's the right time to talk. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Reed, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. McDaniels comes in for Joe Ingles. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Dillingham. It's Randall. Now Reed. Puts one up from 19. Does not go.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good look.
Now Randall. Now DiVincenzo. From 19, that one goes.
Wow, that was a big make from DiVincenzo.
Memphis has gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the 4th. And that won't go. Missing the go-ahead basket. Here's Reed. Shoots the 3. Does not go in.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. The Timberwolves leading. Outside Edwards. Fires the 3. MP with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time. He might be young, but it's easy to see why they go to MP when they need a big-time bucket.
Randall outside. 1:06 left here in the 4th quarter. That one clocks.
This team needed those points from Randall. What a massive bucket.
MP, and he jams it in.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Reed with the screen on Caldwell Pope. Here's DiVincenzo. Trained from outside.
Well, this is why you have DiVincenzo on the floor in these moments. He is clutch.
Here are the Grizzlies with the ball. And so the ball's out of bounds. Morant touched it last.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
And this is something McDaniels continues to work on. Good to see him cash in off the catch.
The big-time possession here.
Yeah, and their hearts must be going 100 miles an hour right now. Straight rim rocker.
It looked like it Greg for a second, like he might rip the cylinder loose. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
And he commits the intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Good job converting at the line and helping to build this lead.
Timeout called the Grizzlies. They're behind by 6. And let's get your take, guys. What's the strategy?
They need a quick basket here.
Yeah, and if they can get a decent look from 3, that's the shot to take. Not a lot of time to work with.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. They're trailing by 6. What do you think Coach's focus is going to be here?
They need a quick basket here.
Yeah, and if they can get a decent look from 3, that's the shot to take. Not a lot of time to work with.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it.
15 fouls.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
Hey, talk about a cool customer. Icing this one with some clutch free throws.
Unbelievable jam from a player who's given us more than his share of great ones in his time.
You're right, Greg. Defense was nothing but an afterthought on that drive to the hoop.
Well, if you give up that lane that easily, you got to expect he's going to attack the rim with some force.
Oh, what a play inside.
Moving the ball for the highest percentage look.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. And so it's the Timberwolves who come out on top here. What a show they put on here at Jose.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win and really.
Some numbers in this league are just as special.
You said it, JQ.
Kevin, back to you.
As always, we appreciate it, Jen. Thanks.
Yo, MP. Great game, bro.
The Grizzlies taking on most of the season behind us, Grant. Talk about the mindset for teams right now.
Well, if people tell you the standings don't affect the mindset, BA, they're lying. Everyone is asking themselves how they can improve or maintain position. You just don't want to backslide now.
All right, let's check out the starting lineup for the Trailblazers. Damian Lillard out there with Drew Holiday. Then it's Williams. Then it's Denny Avdia. And it's Kamara in at the 4. Now here's Avdia with a 9-footer. The shot won't fall. Good D by MP. Holiday grabs the miss. And so it's Holiday who brings up the ball for the Trailblazers. Lillard right side. Outside, Williams. Holiday from long range. Drills it from deep.
Well, you know, since getting drafted all the way back in 2009, Holiday has worked on that shot.
MP, the pass to Jackson. Back to MP. Oh, and the dunk by MP.
That's a great look. His teammate was on the move, but he put it right where it needed to be.
And a contract extension for Blazers head coach Chauncey Billups after last season, Tim.
Well, 6 months after he became a Hall of Famer. What a run for him, and he is somebody you root for, a quality person and a basketball lifer.
And you can't let Holiday get lined up from anywhere on the arc, including in the corner.
Here's MP. Good, and the setup by Morant. 6 points for MP. Portland has gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. Outside, Williams. Back to Lillard. Over Morant. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops.
Well, he's a guy they look to go to, and now you see why.
Williams against MP. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. Now Holiday coming off a terrific game against Atlanta. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Outside Kamara. Let's go with a 3. Out to Lillard. There's the 3. They get the rebound. And Williams clutches it home.
Oh my. What a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
And he showed you great timing as well. Offensive rebounding, one of his specialties.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Timberwolves was a man on a mission. He dropped 35 points, and that's a season high for him. What an offensive performance. Putting in a performance like that one really builds momentum in your direction. We'll see how far he rides that wave tonight, guys.
Allie, we appreciate the update. It really was some night for him. He couldn't have been much better, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., there was nothing they could do to contain him. Once he got rolling, it was game on.
Well, he did whatever he wanted. I love the fact that he was under control, yet very aggressive.
And legs the impact of Toumani Camara, a big reason the Blazers have been ahead of schedule.
Yeah, Brian, he is a classic example of a guy who doesn't need the ball to make a big impact on your team. He does all of the little things that help you win.
A coach's dream, making a name for himself now.
Leaves a lot of skin on the floor.
And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Knocks down the long J. Lillard's got his second bucket of the night. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Portland.
Well, the effort they've shown on defense has been infectious. Everyone on this team continuing to jump at opportunities to come away with steals.
And then there's the points off turnovers. They've really made the other team pay when they've lacked ball security.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Lillard outside. Pass to Williams. Outside Holiday. Another 3 for Portland.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Grizzlies trail by 10. And stolen by Williams. There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. For 3, here's Lillard. Count it. His 3rd and 5 attempts.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Jackson outside. Back to MP. It's stolen by Holiday. It's Avdia on the wing. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Lillard can't connect from short range. And so it's Drew Holiday making things happen for Portland. He's found his range. Checked in for Portland. So Tuomas Isalos decided to call timeout here. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Morant runs point with KCP to his side. Santi Aldama out there with MP. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies.
That's what you want to see every night from MP. Go up and flush it down.
Now here's Sharp. 17 points in his last outing. Here's Lillard. And the shot falls short that time.
And you see the frustration on his face. He had a great opportunity there, and he blew it.
And the shot goes.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Trailblazers lead by 11. Avdia passes to Lillard. Avdia screen on Morant. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Here's Klingon. And there's two. Work on the glass, paying off that time.
And as a rebounder, Klingon is probably more advanced at the offensive end at this point.
Some nice ball movement by Memphis. Knocks down the triple.
As a big, unless you're a dedicated rim runner, have to be some kind of threat from distance.
On the wing, Grant. Lillard passes to Sharp. To the middle. Here's Klingon.